Good morning, race fans and golf fans. It is moving day with the Masters, so we don't only have racing today, but we do have golf, and Tiger is on the prowl, so that's fun. I thought about giving you guys some bonus golf picks, but I am in a hotel, as you can see. Out of town for a wedding. So first of all, congratulations to Grace and Richie. They're not race fans. They probably will not watch this video, but that's okay. Congratulations to them. Let's talk some racing. It is Martinsville. We had haymakers and hot dogs last night in the Xfinity Series between Ty Gibbs and Sam Mayer, so that was exciting. Maybe we can see some of that tonight. It's going to be beaten. It's going to be banging. We are the Bump and Run podcast, so these type of races are typically our favorite. So let's get into it. Your pole sitter Chase Elliott, as you can see, super pumped about, is our favorite. And now I'm going to be changing things up this week. I've been giving lines via DraftKings. I'm changing that up over to FanDuels. I've been using FanDuels this week a little bit more. I kind of like their odds better, their payouts better, and just their whole interface is better. So I have switched over to FanDuels, so these lines are going to be provided by FanDuels this week. Chase Elliott, your favorite, is at a plus 500. His average finish here in the last 3 years is a 10.3. He does have a win here. He probably should have another win here. If you go back to 2017, that's when Denny knocked him out of the way. So he does out of the last 6 races here, he has finished in the top 5. So he's the favorite for a reason. He runs really, really good here. I'm excited about that. I'm going to have to be checking in every now and again at the wedding on my phone, so hopefully I won't get in trouble for that. But hey, Chase is on the pole. Another guy that obviously, if you've listened to our show, especially this past week, I'm really high on is Martin Truex Jr. They named the track after him, Martinsville. He has good odds. He is at plus 1,000. Really, really good odds. He's won here 3 times since 2019. His average finish is 6.2, and the only reason that that's not higher is because back in 2020 he finished 22nd. I don't remember what happened there, whether he got into some trouble or whatnot or had a penalty. I forget. But that average finish would be a lot higher if that wasn't the case. So I'm high on Martin Truex Jr. He was hot last week in Richmond. He looked really good. I think we're going to start seeing some of the more veteran drivers. We saw, obviously a huge storyline in the beginning of the season was all the young guns winning. I think we might start seeing that switch over to the veterans. Martin Truex is definitely one of those guys. He runs really, really well here. I would put money on him. I actually have. So another thing I noticed too while digging into the stats was Fords have been really good here recently. In particular, the Penske guys. If you look at a guy like Ryan Blaney, he finished top 5 4 out of the last 6 races here. He has the best average finish at Martinsville in the field at a 5.8. I really like his odds, plus 850. So $10 wins you 85 and so forth and so on. I really, really like those odds. If you watch the show, if you know that I'm really high on Blaney. He should have a couple wins under his belt. He's been starting on the pole. He just hasn't been able to finish. I like him here. I still like him as our champion this year. So it's time for him to get hot. It's time for him to prove me right. And Blaney has a really good shot at winning as well. And then just to wrap things up, I'm going to give you a long shot. Like I said, the Penske guys have been really good here recently. I know he's no longer with Penske, but Brad ran pretty good last week at Richmond. I like to see him catch on fire here. Again, this is just a long shot, but Brad Keselowski is my long shot this week, specifically because of what his odds are. On FanDuels, he's plus 3,400, so $10 wins you 340 if he wins. He's finishing the top 5 out of the last 6 trips here. Again, I know he's on a different team now. He's with RFK. They haven't been performing nearly as good as Penske has. They probably don't have nearly as good as the equipment as Penske has, but with this new car, things are a lot more even. I think it's going to be more driver-based tonight than car-based. So you might want to look at a Brad Keselowski, and if not a win, because again that's a long shot. I really like him to get a top 5, top 10 finish tonight. So those are your gambling tips from Stat Man Matt at the Bump and Run podcast. Enjoy yourselves today. Enjoy the golfing. Enjoy the racing. And let's get some hot dogs. It's Martinsville, baby.